In an amusement park in the urban area in Nigeria, two boys who were worlds apart were present. John, dressed in worn-out clothes, his face etched with the lines of hardship, watched as Ola, adorned in fine garments and expensive shoes, was seated. A pang of envy shot through John. He yearned for the life Ola seemed to have so effortlessly. As Ola sat down watching the activities of the park, John approached him. "Can I sit here?" John asked, his voice barely audible, as Ola nodded without looking up. His gaze seemed to be fixed on the passing crowd. As they sat in silence, John closed his eyes and made a wish. He wished he could trade places with Ola, to experience the life of wealth and privilege that the other boy seemed to take for granted. He was in thoughts for about 5 minutes before he opened his eyes. When he opened his eyes, he was shocked to find himself wearing Ola's clothes. He examined himself, marveling at the transformation. The fine fabrics, the expensive shoes, the sense of luxury, it was all his now. Ola, meanwhile, suddenly realized he had the dirty old rags of John. It was almost like their spirit and soul had interchanged. So, John kept on watching Ola's reaction, who was aware of the switch. As Ola stood up suddenly, he just ran with full speed and jumped on the grass on the floor. John, who thought Ola would get angry and come at him, actually seemed so much overjoyed. He kept on jumping and rolling on the floor till the dirty clothes became extremely worn out and defacing. John was surprised about his reaction, but then later turned away as he also was excited to experience the world from a wealthy perspective. Ola just kept on playing on the grass, rolling around and laughing with carefreely. Suddenly, a black executive car pulled up to the park and a royal-looking lady with 2 men came out and was approaching John. As they came closer, he noticed these men behind him were carrying an object. Just as the woman approached him, he could tell it was a wheelchair the men were carrying. "Let's go, master," she said, her voice filled with concern. John looked confused. Why are they carrying a wheelchair to him? So he tried to stand up, but his legs felt weak and wobbly. He tried so hard to move his body and legs, but to no avail. So the woman gently lifted him into the wheelchair, and as she wheeled him away, Ola watched in disbelief. Does it mean Ola was actually disabled? The reality hit John like a ton of bricks. He had been so focused on the superficial aspect of Ola's life that he had failed to see the true person beneath. As the woman wheeled him away, he broke down in tears. He had made a terrible mistake, a wish that had come true in the most unexpected way. He realized that his own life, despite its challenges, was far more fulfilling than he had ever imagined. He realized that true happiness wasn't about material possessions, but about the joy of living life to the fullest.